Hey there. You ever feel like you're being pulled in, I don't know, a dozen different directions all at once? It's a really common feeling in our crazy, fast paced world, that sense that we've just been knocked completely off balance. Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into not just why that's happening, but the actual concrete steps we can take to find our way back to center.
So let's just start with the big question, right? Why does everything feel so unbalanced? Do you feel like you're constantly running, just trying to keep up, but never really getting anywhere? I think a lot of us do. And that feeling of being overwhelmed and out of sync, well, it's not just in your head. It's a real, shared experience in the world we live in today.
And there's actually a name for this feeling. It's called dual deprivation. It's the super strange paradox of modern life, you know? We're surrounded by stuff, by all these material things, but we still feel spiritually, empty. It's like this double-edged sword of dissatisfaction that just leaves us feeling totally drained, like we're losing on two fronts at the exact same time.
Okay, so to really get this, let's start by looking at the external forces at play. What is it about our society that creates this pressure cooker environment we all seem to be living in?
It pretty much boils down to three really powerful forces. First up, you've got the sheer speed of modern life, that feeling that you have to be plugged in, you have to be on 24/7. Then there's this intense focus on materialism, right? The idea that what we own somehow defines our value. And finally, you've got the constant drumbeat of consumerism, always promising that the next purchase, the next gadget, that's what will finally bring us happiness. It's a perfect recipe for burnout.
But here's the thing, right? These external pressures, they don't just stay out there. They have this sneaky way of getting inside our heads. And once they're in, they can trigger a chain reaction that creates this powerful and frankly draining internal struggle. You can actually trace how this whole thing works step by step. So it starts with that societal pressure we just talked about. That pressure then creates an internal imbalance in our body and our mind. From that imbalance, all these negative feelings, frustration, disappointment, even despair, they start to creep in and take hold. And eventually, if we're not careful, these feelings can show up as real physical and mental health issues. It's a really vicious cycle.
So, the really crucial point here is that this isn't just about feeling stressed or a little tired. No, it's a holistic problem. This whole cycle disrupts the very delicate harmony between our physical body, our thinking mind, and our inner spirit, our soul. It's all connected. But okay, this is where the story takes a hopeful turn. Just acknowledging the problem is a huge first step. But the really exciting part is realizing that there is a conscious path forward. We are not just helpless victims in this cycle. And this, right here, this is the core. Empowering message. It is absolutely possible to step in and break that downward spiral. We can actually learn how to repair those negative thought patterns, and by doing that, we can fundamentally turn our lives around. Now, the key tool for this transformation is mindfulness. And I know, mindfulness can sound like this big, complex idea, but at its heart, it's really simple. It's the active practice of taking those negative thoughts and feelings and transforming them into something that helps you instead of hurts you when you're facing life's challenges. So, how does this actually work? In the real world, how do we take a feeling like frustration and actually transform it into something constructive, like peace? Let's take a look at the mental shift that's involved. I want you to think of it like this. On one side, you've got those raw, negative feelings that pop up from that downward spiral: frustration, disappointment, despair. But through the practice of mindfulness, we can consciously work to transform them into the outcomes on the other side: inner peace, contentment, tranquility. It's all about changing our internal response to all those external pressures. And all of this hard work brings us to the ultimate goal. See, this isn't just about managing stress day to day. It's about fundamentally shifting our entire state of being for the better, to achieve a lasting sense of inner peace. What's so amazing about this approach is that mindfulness isn't some one-time fix. It's a skill. It's a tool that you build and get better at over time. And it empowers you to face any challenge life throws your way, big or small, with a much greater sense of stability and clarity. Ultimately, this whole journey helps us build a life on three pillars of real well-being: inner peace, genuine contentment, and a lasting sense of tranquility. And these aren't just fleeting emotions. They become the actual foundation of a more balanced and fulfilling life. So, as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with this question because it brings this entire big concept down to a single actionable thing you can do right now. Just think about it for a second. What is just one negative thought or feeling you're holding on to? And how might you begin to look at it just a little bit differently starting today? That's it. The path to balance, it really does start with just a single step.